KritzKast. I think we're about to go live now. Welcome everybody to ETF2L Highlander Season 19 Preseason One Night Cup. This is round one. I'm Agro and I'm joined today by eXtine.
Yow.
Right, let's get at this. There's a lot of shift over towards this 5CP. People running like fury to get to midpoint. A little bit of exchange there with standard bit of spam going out.
Yeah, the Dickmann's taking different rollouts, burst limit a lot faster, and the red team SDK kind of just posted up behind this shack. This seems to be the kind of the main pushing point of these two teams, but red is kind of all grouped up together, not really getting forward. So when the collapse comes in, Jackie Logs with the bomb is going to be devastating, as this is completely destroyed Jorge and company there.
Absolutely, we saw it right from the beginning. SDCK were just moving, just rolling over the midpoints. They wanted to get in there, and they didn't care who they had to stand on in order to do it.
Yeah, inVision on the blue here, going to be able to take the second point here. That means SDK will have some time here to try to post up a defense. 5CP Highlander can move very quickly, but it can kind of get locked down with the overcharge advantage that they have here. They could try to go for a quick round win.
Oh, they've blown it already. SDCK putting into Uber, really trying to push forward and get a man on the point, get a couple of kills in there, but they're seeing resistance.
Yeah, so actually, sorry, I was confused there. SDK on the blue, so they're pushing. Doesn't quite work here. They falter. inVision going to stand strong on that last point here. Hold off that Uber charge. And they have a scout forward, so there's some possibility they might try to push out here.
I think they've really got to. They've got no choice. If they want to keep this map moving at all, they've got to be pushing forward. And they've got a couple of guys. They've got a Solly on the points. They've got Heavy on points. Everyone is on that point right now. A well-timed Sticky could take them all out. So that looks like it wasn't forthcoming. So it's gone back to the mid tack.
Yeah, that was a good push out from them. Response, to that failed Uber push. They're going to try to continue this up, pushing left. Find the spy, bump into him. He actually is able to dead ringer out though. Overcharge has been forced. They're going to bomb over hard. The demo man, Detoad, gets a flash of that Ubercharge as he got into the face of May. Combo trying to push out here. Spy in great position. Actually stands on Dagu's head. Gets the stab on the second attempt.
Beautiful work done there. I see Clark is building a little mini sentry gun. I'm not sure if it's actually going to get a chance to be utilized. Though the fight has gone back out to mid. Almost all of inVision found themselves with their face sucking up the dirt. So looks like this entire push has gone so very well for SDCK.
Yeah, it was interesting. I was kind of struggling for a second there, but inVision couldn't quite make it out solidly. They're medic in a little bit of trouble. He's getting knocked down to 25 health, finished off by Mezzo. Gets that revolver in there from behind second point. So good calls, good focus damage, getting the medic kill on inVision.
Yeah, George has no excuse for that one. He was surrounded by friends. To get knocked out by a random ass bullet, that doesn't seem like it was very well fielded at all.
Yeah, he was sort of in a tough spot there, standing on that health pack. The spy getting him from all the way on the other side of second point, certainly unanticipated, but that's how surprises happen.
Otherwise, they would be called surprises.
And Soldier trying to spam down, kind of from across the midpoint. Certainly the map maker looking for a bit of feedback on this. So if you guys have any, feel free to try to find him and send him that after the match. May getting dropped here as the Ubercharge comes out, but the sticky trap was there. Jackie Legs goes all the way across the point to try to get in the face of the medic, but got taken out. Pulscar doesn't realize that there's a super weak Pyro right behind him who gets the kill on him. Kazarok warning up that sniper rifle, although it's taken down by Stingen, who is oh so hot in the Nations Cup action yesterday.
Yeah, now we see the entirety of inVision kind of rolling forward. They're all on mid at the moment. I don't know that there's got anyone at all that can offer them any kind of resistance on this mid cap. Few rockets going in, not really being super effective. Mezzo gets taken out almost instantly as soon as he's revealed.
They're going to try to continue to push through here. They do have 98% here. Bartes leading the charge. Strono gets out in front. Here's the Ubercharge, though. Stingen doesn't get flashed down. He goes down. He was sort of a little bit behind. Just kind of stretched too thin here with the scout getting forward. Doom is here with a mini sentry, so they have a good presence here on the second point. Jackie Legs trying to get out, but gets completely shut down by Tuja there.
Yeah, that was beautiful. I just saw Jackie Legs. I think I'm going to call this area Cave, by the way.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, Cave. It seems to be utilized a great deal during the entirety of this map so far.
Yeah, we got a garage on the other side. Cave kind of on left, garage on right.
Okay, I'm good with that. Well, it looks a very strong hold being placed on this fourth. They don't seem to be in any particular rush to pushing forwards.
Well, they're trying to get out here so that they can utilize that charge. But still, yeah, very slow with it. And they do find Strono on the side there. Daegu getting sniped down from Stingen, though. So Stingen just continuing to tear it up.
Yep, that is the pick that they've been waiting for. Surely they're going to be pushing in off this now, utilizing the space that's been created for them. I don't see you making a huge amount of movement, though.
Yeah, and they lost 2 players. One is just kind of the spy, so not too big of a deal as they're getting ready to go in with this overcharge. A little bit of info would be great. Stingen trying to find some answers, but here comes the Pyro from behind. Actually, no. Sorry, that was Jorge getting killed by the spy. Pyro cleaning up the medic. I was like, saw the medic die, saw this Pyro running in. Didn't realize it was his teammate trying to flame down the spy, but he was too late.
Too soon, too sold. That was a real possibility thrown away.
Yeah, and the medics have been going down both directions here. First it was the defensive medic, now the offensive medic dropping. Daegu now trying to get out here.
Evil coming out, trying to get a stab. Gets a stab onto the sniper, but that's pretty much all he can get for his evil ways.
And inVision still hold on to the second for now. They're going to give it up as they have to back up all the way. Barthez kind of continues to do his normal flank heavy roll. He's just sort of on the side, though. We'll have to back up. Hopefully he doesn't get chased down.
Yeah, I think he's managed to get himself away out of the action. He's getting the heals on him right now. Looks like there's going to be another push in from Cave, maybe splitting up a little bit. The pop has come out on the SDCK side. Can they do anything with it? They're definitely laying down the damage.
Yeah, pretty good entry with it, though, and there's been a lot of frags, so inVision does have the overcharge here, but it's just going to be their demo man and their scout. You're going to need to find a lot of frags. The scout does hit the heavy weapons guy, dodges the spy stab. Medic thrown sky high, but Jorge, well, still alive for a second there. May ends up gunning him down. The spy is out here. The scout he run into him invis? No, Paul kind of bumps him, but he can't quite find the frag there.
I'd say a little bit early on point. It was like a standoff on point between Pozka and Paul. Paul just destroyed the heavy. I don't think he was even aware that he was there.
Paul, very courageous, charging forward. Kazza snipes down Doom, who was the other player that was in there trying to support him. And Paul does go down. Bart is very aggressively on the point. Has Strono backing him up, but Strono very weak, so they get both taken out. And might be tough for inVision to hold on to the middle point now.
Yeah, they're not in a good position right now. They're a few men down. It seems like the wise thing to do at this stage would be to pull back and to try and make a better hold on the second point. Just let that mid go.
Yeah, definitely. That is the game plan here. They're a little bit behind on Ubercharge. We'll have to see if they can manage to build one up before the push comes in here. But with Evil going down, they know there's no spy behind them. They lose Kazarok, which is sort of unfortunate, but Poker still trying to poke in here, as well as May. They find, discover where Barthez is and the sentry gun. Sentry gun does get spammed down, so that's quite nice. Jackie Legs takes it down again, so the engineer might not have too much metal on hand here. We'll be able to get one more gun up, actually. Ubercharge has come out.
Yeah, absolutely.
From the other side as well.
In fact, it's been an entire swap, a change of Ubers. Neither team really making a great deal of use of either Ubers, but just using them to stay alive, and that's the most important thing. Keep your medic up and live to fight another day.
Yeah, they can only fight for so long, though. Clark on the point, though, actually causing a lot of problems here. Can't get the kill on Jorge. Mezzo trying to run in here. Yeah. Gets a few swipes out there, but nice pipes taken out by D-Toad. And 4 players up here for SDK. Jackie Legs fleeing the cave. He is not going to age in there.
I think that's the first time that they didn't try and push from the cave. And like that's clearly the winning move is to go from the cave.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, this map, this transition seems very reminiscent of Process, where you know, you have the cafe in this section, or sorry, you have like kind of sewer. I'm getting like Process and Sunshine mix, but you still have like a sewer. You have an IT and you have a choke. Where the cave would be that equivalent of the IT side. It's pretty enclosed. It seems like a pretty good option to come out from for sure.
Yeah, I'm looking at George at the moment. It seems to be on like a very low health, but has managed to surf his way or survive his way throughout all the gunfire, and is in a pretty good healthy position right now. They may be making a push on last.
Yeah, just a few seconds of numbers advantage, so it looked like they were considering getting in here. Tuja takes a bit of damage from the pyro, but is able to back up successfully. Jackie Legs big bomb in to go into the lower tunnel here, but just kind of clears out a sentry gun, grabs the health pack, and trades some spam before backing up.
Yeah, watching Barthez at the moment, see if he's able to pull out some amazing plays, and I don't think I think he's a little bit more hesitant than I've seen him being played recently.
Yeah, I mean, it is a new map. It's also 5 CP, and he also doesn't have Fist of Steel, so certainly those factors might be slowing him down a little bit. Our score is 0-0 here, but inVision kind of seemingly having the upper hand for most of this.
Yeah, being the most aggressive, the most likely to actually make something from their advantages. And that answers the question. Buff is using the knuckle dusters to get around.
And Jackie Legs, yeah, big exchange kind of going off on that garage side. A lot of frags going out, and it seems like not quite enough for Jorge and the inVision crew to be able to get out here.
Hoping for a bit of action from the spy, and that doesn't seem to pan out well for either spy, to be honest.
Yeah, he's still kind of lurking around behind. Mezzo going to try to find some sort of opening here. He will also just barely kind of re-infiltrates here, but kind of tough position here, so he's just more lurking around looking for where the players of the defense are trying to make things happen. Is chasing into Jackie Legs here. Burst Lemon is going to back up his teammate, so Evil snuffed out for now.
Evil snuffed out. Excellent.
Jackie Legs actually gets led in quite far ways and is able to get the pressure into Jorge and the pop. They're going to, in response, run forward here with Stingin and D-Toad to just try to find something with it, but it actually kind of puts him in an awkward situation as Stingin gets taken out. Now the charge out here from Daegu is going to pop on May. May right in the face of Strono, gets the kill there. The bomb over the top gets kind of shoved out from the mini sentry. Barthez very low on health. Kaza finishes him off. And now inVision in shambles here. Super Dickmann's Kannonen collapsing on top of them. Daegu does go down though.
Oh,
that's an unfortunate
there
loss.
There goes George.
Oh, okay,
Yep,
that's
it.
good.
That's
good.
it. They're definitely taking the second points. There's nothing stopping them, nothing getting in the way. And if they've got any sense about them, they're going to be pushing forward now. They've got to try and transition this one from a good steal into a good mid.
And Kaza getting a snipe on Stingin. We've been seeing that battle. Oh, reflect kill! Strono kills Jackie Legs. Like, whatever I was just talking about is not important anymore.
Yeah, there's to be worshipped with old gusto.
Yeah. And Mezzo's trying to come in here. Jorge does see him. You've been calling him George, you know. I have a Mexican affinity. I've spent a lot of time in Spain. I'm going to call him Jorge. I don't care.
I think you might be right. I would like to imagine I am, but I think it's more likely you are.
Oh well. Anyways, Doom has gone down. inVision kind of on the back foot, but not far off on the overcharge, and able to keep SDK at bay right now.
Yeah, I really love these lines in these maps. I mean, just going off for a moment, there were some really, really good lines. There were no clear sort of, you stand there and I'm going to get you down the end of this corridor. There's always little corners to hide behind. It makes it very difficult to spam in or to drop a lot of rockets, a lot of stickies, and just own a corridor. You've got to commit. You've got to go all the way. You've got to at least get your big toe in there before you can get any real action. Jackie Legs jumping in.
Oh, wow.
Manages to get the force once again. That seems to be his entire role this whole map. I
mean, that's definitely a pretty good role for roaming a soldier in a 5CP map. You know, certainly more reminiscent to that roamer style of 6's soldier. But it's kind of what's needed. You know, payload soldier's a little bit different, but being able to bomb in and get an uber charge popped out is such a huge play. Right now, Mezzo gets a double stab, gets Wiethoofd as well, and going to be able to kind of sneak away. Maybe we'll have another stab at getting Jorge.
Well, I'm watching Evil as well. Evil seems to still be up and is hanging around behind. Is going to go, I think, again and try and get this sniper. And maybe the medic while he's there. What can he do? What can he achieve? We get spotted out almost immediately, taken down by the medic, and the sniper gone by. That was so unfortunate.
Yeah, giving up that saw is could be fairly significant. I mean, if May and Jackie Legs really push forward and Daegu follows him in, they'll be able to get us a couple shots on the medic here while invulnerable. But it looks like that window actually, I don't know, it's going to be extremely tight. He's charging in, but I don't know if he can find the medic and get the kill. 5% to go. Yeah, and Jorge even charges forward, but does get that uber charge. May standing on the point, trying to get some time on it. The rest of SDK trying to get in here to back this up as well, but Strono was shoving people away. He goes down easily, though. 20 seconds until he respawns, but it's just Wiethoofd, the only other player down. Kaza sniped out here, and the push kind of slowing down.
I've played this map in pub. It's got to be said, it is very, very difficult to actually get the cap in.
Yeah,
a lot of effort. It's got to be super coordinated. Like, there are so many places as a defender to hide a sentry gun, to hide yourself, and really, you need to be 100% committed. You can't go in half-hearted.
Yeah, and of course, that's also the risk. Kind of the more you commit, the more players you throw in towards capping a point. If it doesn't work out successfully, if those players go down, it leaves you more vulnerable to a counterattack here. And actually right now the flip-flop is going to go the other way as we have an Ubercharge exchange in caves, able to get quite a few frags, getting the pan kill on Bartes, turning him into a sculpture. Wow.
Nice. Beautiful.
And the push is going to come through here as they're going to take the short way out. Gets the kill on the heavy, or on the evil, excuse me, the spy. Not the most important of opening frags. Next, the heavy goes down for the offensive team here. That's really unfortunate. May on the point, almost gets the capture, but the flying defenders comes charging in, block the capture. Clark taken out as well. Oh no, the Demo Man bombs in, tries to get it, cannot. Mezzo on top, looking to maybe get some sort of stab and open things up.
Oh, I think Mezzo's going to try and get in, like either a backstab.
Needed to quicker.
They're leaving heavy on points. Mezzo, please do something amazing right now. We all believe in you.
Yeah, and Bartes has just kept his back up against the wall. Mezzo doing loops around him, trying to just hope for some sort of opening. Does find Strono. Oh, and Wiethoofd. That's a big opening. They're going to try to push off Uber here. Daegu charging in with his team from the left side offensively, and May gets in there, finishes the capture. Nicely
that was
done.
Beautiful. That was beautiful. I didn't even see that coming. That was just so well timed, and it just makes such a difference when you've got to get all of that time. The push that they had before was almost there, and just being able to finish it off with that light touch, that was incredible.
Yeah, it was May who, in the first push, got that point halfway captured, able to push in again and finish it off. Very nicely done by him and his team.
Given how long it took to get the last one in, I wonder whether or not this is going to be another instance, like another 40-minute round, or is it going to be like turned over in a few seconds?
We'll have to see. There's only 11 minutes on the clock here if inVision want to tie this up. Right now, SDK has been throwing a lot forward in this mid-fight, kind of going against them as almost a full wipe. Daegu able to escape out. Yes, 70%. We'll be able to join up with the two players who died first on that mid-fight, Ascendary and Jackie Legs. Oh, Jackie Legs sniped out of the air, destroyed by Singing.
Yep, that is brilliant. That is the fastest turnaround that I've seen so far. They were all the way up to fourth, and they have a major advantage. Well, not even a major advantage. They've got a small advantage. It's gone. It's gone. Oh,
yeah. Well, it's also smart of them. I mean, looking at where the players were, I think if they sent a few players in to push there, they just wouldn't have enough numbers. You know, you're going to lose somebody. You can only flash so many people. Ubercharge will only last so long. you really, Highlander 5 CP maps, you really have to charge forward with, I don't know, at least 7 of your players. You know, you gotta commit as a team. And Bartis got sniped down there with some stickies, kind of juggled around. So unfortunately, he goes down. Jackie Legs though goes down, so that sort of will hinder the push out from SDK.
I don't see a push out happening at all here.
No,
I don't see inVision really being fully aggressive, fully engaged in this. I don't know they're building the Uber, and maybe they're going to push in now. They've got it, and they're going to push in. They're pushing in right now.
And Mezzo was in a good position to stab Sting in and help out, as well as just call out that whole exchange here. Daegu kind of getting tossed around. There's a Strono on the point, trying to capture it. The scout gets down there as well. They got a lot of time on it. Strono pushes the player off, and they get the capture. We're tied up 1-1, yeah.
I love the little cannon that goes off in the tank. I'm not sure you see that blows up the point when it's captured.
Ooh.
It's something to watch out for next time. The cannon also, the tank also moves around a little bit. So another beautiful aspect to the pretty map.
Yeah, definitely this map, aesthetically pleasing and functional. As seems to be providing some great TF2 action. 11 minutes for the first round, 2 minutes for the next round. My math was terrible.
Who needs math anyway?
Yeah. More like, I don't know, 17 minutes for the first round or something. Anyways, we're still moving forward here. Big frags exchange here, including Jorge. That's the most important one going down there for inVision. And Tuja kind of hiding out in the garden shed, trying to lurk and maybe get a frag, but he kind of gets forced out. He's still going to lurk around, maybe jump forward here at some point. Kind of an odd mid-fight exchange. It sort of seemed like SDK had the upper hand there. I mean, the fight still continues as Tegu actually bombing down Daegu, Teju, but then the bombing down gets the force out from Daegu.
Yeah, they've really got himself into a corner right now. I'd be very surprised to find Daegu getting away from this.
Wow.
Particularly with Teju assisting on that kill there.
Was really good dodges from Daegu for a long time, but eventually he gets down. Even though Jorge was the first medic down on that mid-fight, his team eventually recaptures it, and now they actually have a healthy advantage due to how that all worked out.
Yeah, absolutely. This is the first time I've seen like an aggressive hold happen from behind the hedge there, with Pozka trying to find a way of
in a
making
good
use
spot.
of
Oh no! Somehow his swipe just registered as a regular slice, not a backstab on Jorge, but it seemed for sure that he had that.
I thought for a moment then we were playing Tinder, but clearly a different kind of swipe.
I mean, sometimes they don't work out, right?
I know, you just gotta keep on swiping.
Keep on swiping. Very true, my friend. And right now, inVision gonna just keep on trying as this push coming out here, stinging. It does get the snipe here on Kaza, and looks like they will be able to capture this point. Daegu backing up. They realize too that they're at a disadvantage here with the Uber charge. 20% though until they get it.
Straight in with it right now.
Can they get the kill on Daegu here? Daegu forced back into spawn. He's going to rotate the other way.
I think that they've got to know that they haven't got a single chance of getting this working for them. They're going to have to pull away.
Oh, they certainly committed quite a few players in. Not going to be able to make it happen though. Jorge defends himself in the meantime, gets an arrow kill on the spy. Big bomb in here from Tuja, finds Daegu. Surprise! Daegu does
Daegu.
pop though. Yeah.
That's not the best birthday present ever. Rocket to the face, but it survived, if only through act of Uber. I'm seeing Evil at the moment wandering around. Is he going to do something? Are we going to see an act of Evil?
Certainly trying to summon some sort of incantation, but can't quite get in there. Does escape with his life though, which is, you know,
it's kind of impressive.
Most you could ask for. They've gotten 2 frags in the meantime as well, so now that Evil's taken one attempt at it, actually, I don't know, I think Ascendary might have seen him again, but you see if he can get in here for another attempt.
If nothing else, has caused the whole team to sort of elongate a little bit to pause their offensive action.
You know, and also kind of created some openings here as D-Toad able to get his head in the doorway. Strono goes down though, and so does Barthez, so those are two significant losses. Nonetheless though, Jorge and company are staying in here, and the Ubercharge probably gonna, yeah, indeed does get forced out there. May has gone down, the soldier jumping back. Jorge in trouble, reflected into the corner. The Pyro says, no, you're gonna stay there.
Yeah, Dego used as well. It looks like they're both back down to 0 on the charge meter. I don't see them, either team really being particularly keen on pushing out from their respective holes.
And this is a one-day round-robin cup, so I assume that we're going to have no overtime. I'm not fully briefed on the rules, my apologies, but I'm pretty sure, let's say 99% sure, that we're not going to have any overtime here. It's just going to be counted as a draw. So 4 minutes on the clock here, but the teams might be, you know, fairly content with this result. Certainly they are going to charge forward here, and as the clock gets a little bit closer, you know, then they might be a little bit more suicidal with an attempt to push on the last.
Let's call it creative, shall we?
Yeah. That's good phrasing. Right now, though, it's certainly going very well for SDK, as they've gotten some big frags. Barthez has gone down, Stinghin and D-Toad 10 seconds before they get back. Ubercharge on the corner here. They're just going to come charging forward.
Absolutely massive advantage. They're utilizing it to full extent.
Yeah, gets the heavy on the point with the Ubercharge. Pyro is there. So as it fades, actually Pyro taken out immediately by the soldier. Heavy getting a lot of time on the point though. They just need to touch it a little bit more. Evil standing out there. The Ubercharge comes out from Jorge. May jumps down on the point but doesn't realize that there's an Ubercharge on it defensively for inVision. And Barthez gunning him around down as May trying to round the corner. So strong defense there. Certainly, I don't know, against all odds.
I don't know, I'm watching Jackie Legs. I don't know whether they know that he's there. Yeah. Oh, nope, he was definitely caught out. He had an opportunity just a few moments ago when he could have snuck round and got onto the point, and they would not have had a chance to defeat him.
Yeah, I think that would have been the play there. I mean, especially with just how much time that they had captured already. The Ubercharges are even. It's Jorge kind of in some trouble here, backing out with D-Toad. D-Toad extremely weak, but does survive. Blue team going to capture this point here.
Yeah, I don't think teams realize that you can actually capture that point from the bridge above it. You don't actually have to be stood on the point itself.
Oh yeah, that is interesting that does allow you to capture up there. And Casa taken down by Evil. It seems like there's not the best angles for sniping into this last point. Mezzo, though, gets the stab on Jorge right while the soldier bomb was going in. So one of those things, sometimes the spy distracts the soldier, sometimes it's vice versa. Ubercharge coming in here. Ascendary trying to get on the point. Medic as well. They haven't gotten a ton of time on it. Now they're starting to. Oh my god, it's just barely blocked. Medic is fighting on it. Demoman is there as well. But red player standing on the point, defending it. And Daegu trying to just stay in, trying to wheel the point across, but cannot.
That was absolutely clutch. There was so much time on that point right now. It's practically all blue.
Yeah, very, very strong defense from inVision. Mezzo, lurking. Oh, yeah, lurking, trying to get that back cap, which is too many players on top of things. Jorge has pushed forward here. They have a 50% charge, so this is pretty ambitious from them. May lurking around behind as well. They gotta watch out. He's just gonna, get everybody taken care of.
Evil takes care of Pozco as well. That was a nice little exchange there on the point itself.
And there's the scout utilizing that bridge capture, so they are going to capture the second point. Jorge with 90%. Certainly, theoretically, they could roll this all the way through. We also are getting word that there will be a golden cap. So a 15-minute period for golden cap might take place. Jorge has popped the Ubercharge. That means that's a very slim window to get one more charge before this round is over. But they are going to capture midpoint here. Daegu and company have lost a lot of players. 10 seconds on Daegu's respawn. Is there hope for a 2-1 here in regulation?
I hope so. I hope so. Look, their teams definitely put their hearts and souls into this map. It's a new map, but they're making a best use of it. Lots of verticals, lots of interesting things you can do. And it looks like they're going to try for a push right onto the last.
And last three players are respawning here. So will be a full stack for SDK playing defense here. Look at all that capture time. Oh my god, they're putting so much pressure on the point. Barthez trying to get out here. May standing in the corner of the point. Poskar goes down. It is just Wiethoofd pushing forward. Stingen now the last remaining player up as the seconds tick off, though. We are heading to an overtime. Very nice and tipped from inVision to get out there and push this to a 2-1, but unsuccessful.
Commitment from inVision was wonderful. They definitely wanted to get in there. They threw themselves onto that last point like they're running into a cheese grater. Had no chance, though. They were destroyed at the doorway. And as you say, we're down to special time.
Yeah, this should be pretty exciting as basically a reset button being hit. We'll have another mid-fight here and a 15-minute period. This has been very close. A lot of good plays from both sides. Yeah,
absolutely. Have we got time to look at the logs at the moment? Is that going to be a possibility? Oh, sadly. It looks like we're rolling out again with this golden cap opportunity between SDCK and inVision. Who'll get to mid first? Who will claim the crown of this, the most beautiful round one we've ever seen of any version of this map?
It has been burst limit previously, being the one who's getting there a little bit faster. This time pretty even. Jackie Legs with a big bomb over the top. Actually gets all the way through, fairly undetected. Coming through high again here as he rotates into choke. Basically takes out the sentry gun, and that was it. But that's going to get rebuilt here. May was also fairly aggressive on this midpoint. Gets the kill on Wiethoofd, but SDK have led 4 players out here. Twice as many as inVision.
Yeah, Jackie Leg's jump was absolutely amazing. Took him all the way into the opposition's, I always say courtyard, tunnel. Have we got a name for that yet? Cafe? And
sure.
Sadly found nobody there. So that wasn't the best of moves, but it was a strategic, a tactical maneuver.
Yeah, I mean, trying to get that angle, trying to find the medic. In the end, the mid-fight didn't go their way. They're going to pop the Uber a little bit earlier. Trying to get that finish on Barthez, unable to do so. Jackie Legs and Tuja fighting in the cave. Oh no, Tuja gets the upper hand on Jackie Legs, barely surviving, but there's a med pack there. He picks that up so he can keep charging forward. His only teammate down is Paul, but without an Uber charge, this is going to go kind of slow. And they didn't change the clock here, so hopefully that doesn't become any sort of problem. It's sort of last second push.
I'm sure we've got
15-minute marks, right? You know,
we've got somebody with a stopwatch here. I'm sure somebody will tell us when we can stop.
Yeah, well, you know, it'll all be on video, on tape. Check the tape later. But this matchup has kind of slowed down a little bit. We're seeing a lot of back and forth tug-of-war action going on. Towards that end of regulation time, but now in the golden cap scenario, after this mid-fight.
Evil sneak past Jackie Legs. I wonder if he's up to no good.
Oh, I'm sure he is, but Ascendery will find the kill on him. Poskar and Kaza go down. Poskar to a sticky trap. Very aggressive push forward here from Barthez. Jorge, though, has to get some better heals out. Player's pretty banged up. Yeah, Wiethoofd goes down. Barthez still trying to push forward with half health.
Oh, and that comes
the charge comes out.
I said double Uber. They both decided to use it rather than lose it.
Yeah, I was really worried about the health of this inVision team, but while I was occupied with that, Doom with a big 2K. All these players on SDK going down. Doom gets the kill on Daegu and May, so no medic for 15 seconds. inVision charging forward. Kaza goes down. But not really enough players forward here.
I don't think they're going to wait for an Uber. I think they're going to try and do it all on merit.
Mezzo coming from behind, though, gets the stab on Jorge. So these players are going to have to stay in here and stay alive. Barthez gets a lot of capture time down, but doesn't finish it off. Doom fighting with the shotgun, and so is Tuja, but Tuja goes down. Doom gets panned out. We have a scout behind, trying to charge forward. And May does barely stand on the point for a split second, but gets taken out.
I know Stingham's hiding in the corner, seeing whether he can make anything from the chaos. I know he's pulling away now. It's going to be a final hold on this second point for a little while until these teams got themselves organised again. Daegu at 77% has got to be thinking about making a move pretty quickly, but can't leave that point all alone.
Yeah, they got a stab on Tuja there as well as killing Evil. There's definitely thinking about pushing out here.
It's now or never, guys. Come for it. Come for it.
Yeah, in response, Jorge has kind of backed up.
The control point is being captured.
And snipe from Kaza on the Strono.
It looks like they're completely avoiding the second point and just pushing all the way through to last. Bathiz has been left on his own and taken out quite succinctly.
And
bit of retaliation here. Paul has taken out, well, anyone who gets in his way, frankly.
Wiethoofd getting 2 frags. A lot of players down here for SDK. They gotta be careful here. Yeah, 5 seconds until Daegu comes back. 12 seconds until 3 other players come back. And charging forward from underneath is inVision. Trying to launch an invasion into this last point, but 3 players going down right away.
I think that was the last chance they had. I don't think there's going to be enough people to be able to make a difference. Evil kind of sneaking around the back.
Stingin gets in there, takes out Daegu. That's an insane play. Jorge at 90% Uber charge. And Devilman also goes down. He won't be back for 15 seconds. Great opportunity here. This could be the Uber charge, the Uber push to win the map. Wiethoofd on the side. They're going to use in here. It's a good start to this Uber charge. Players getting flashed, getting plenty of penetration. Players on the point here. Big gaps coming out. And there you go. inVision taking it in overtime.
That's where all the effort went. All the effort, all the fun, all the enjoyment was in that last few seconds. They absolutely reveled on this map. I think I can honestly say that from my personal perspective, this is a map I want to see in the next season.
Yeah, that was really great. I mean, you know, it's Highlander, 5 CP. That's something that we've seen a lot of maps kind of get clogged down. You know, teams not able to push, not really able to capitalize on the quick turnovers. Sort of just kind of feels different or wrong. I don't know. Sometimes some of the maps are just kind of tough in Highlander. But this one we saw a lot of really great action. A lot of tug-of-war going forward, going back, as well as good attempts at pushing last. And really felt like, you know, nothing that, I don't know, nothing that can be complained about map-wise. You know, the snipers weren't too powerful. A lot of good, pretty architecture, a lot of good angles. I had a great time.
Yeah, me too. I really enjoyed watching this. I loved seeing, like you were saying, comparing it to so many other maps that came before. There were so many opportunities for it to be like Gully, like Process, like so many other CP that existed. But I think it has a heart and soul all of its own. This is going to be a good one.